be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. I'm up early in the morning, time to get it in. Time to show and prove, show you what I've been doing. They say the fools rush in, but I'm covered with a passion. I'm trying to get to know you while you thinking that I'm asking. I like to get it poppin', cause my sound is supersonic. I done came so far, and it's early in the morning. I just woke up out my sleep, threw some water on my face. Yeah, it's just another day in the Golden State. Ain't no tossing and turning or time for insomnia. I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama and give it my all and follow through on what I promise. And even if I fail, at least I was honest. See, I can only do what's in my power to do, and what good is this power if I use it like a fool? If I wanna make it to the top, I gotta study clues, or I can sit back and just watch the news. Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me. I was born to be your winner, you can never stop me. Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me. I was born to be your winner, you can never stop me. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flashing. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flashing. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. I just put my watch on, you know what time it is. I'm chasing my purpose in this music business. Let's get it in, I'm so focused on my mission. There's no competition, there's no excuses for opposition. One thing's for certain, I'm motivated to be in the kitchen. I gotta listen if I wanna make a difference, cause what I'm doing can be lost in an instance. Now I'm making a living, so why the hell are they tripping? Is it because I'm the one that they see in their visions? I got a million different ways I can hit with precision, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning! Let's go! Heaven! Yes! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. I was born to be a winner, you can never stop me. Hey, hey. Good morning! You know what time it is. You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's showtime.
Yeah, it's me, Zeus.
That's right.
Sometimes it gotta be this way.
It really
does. But it shouldn't. Yeah.
Yes.
If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't play these games no more. What you looking at me for? I just want the money, yo. All these games that you be playing, all this talk that you be saying, I don't really like to play. Get this money every way. Gotta keep my mental clear. Yeah, you know I'm out of here. I don't really have no fear. Yeah, you keep on showing tears. I'm not with that back and forth. I'm the type to get to work. I'm the type to keep it real. I'm the type to get a deal. I'm the type to chase a bag. I'm the type to pop a tag. Sick like I have SARS. Ride around fast cars. Rapping like behind bars. I do this all for my dogs. This is what it all costs when you gotta be the boss. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off.
I'ma have to cut you off.
If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. This is what it be like when I'm stunting on my enemies. This is what it be like when I make them feel my energy. Sitting on these racks, okay, you know what this really means. This is what it's all about. I'm on top of everything. I'm the boss, don't play with me. This right here, no game with me. Toxic, 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 toxic. No, that's not okay with me. Every day you say you scared. Every day I'm making bread. Every day you say you good. Every day I wish you would. This is what it be like when you really on a come up. This is what it be like when you really try to run up. Rookie of the year, better go and break the record. Rookie of the year, better go and get a checkup. Yeah. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off.
Yeah.
your whack lyrics, your whack rhymes, click. I need you to step it up out there, okay? Start putting out some better rap music for us, okay? Click, okay? Because I know you can do a lot better. Good morning, Yazzie. Nice to see you. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Heidi. Nice to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here once again in the wake of another Donald J. Trump disaster. We are. And, you know, I did talk about this yesterday. I went into the closet of truth to address Donald Trump's madness on CNN yesterday. Little Hawk greetings. But you know what? I decided I'm going to have to formally address Donald J. Trump's speech because there were so many things disturbing about it. Not only was this speech disturbing, or not his speech, but the town hall. Not only was this town hall disturbing, but the people, the Trump supporters that were clapping for him, it was disturbing as well to watch these folks. They cheered for him. Keep on lying, Trump. We love it. That's what they said. I mean, they might as well have said that, okay? I wish Kaitlyn would have let me on CNN yesterday. I would have looked Donald Trump in his nasty eyes and really asked him the tough questions. Like this. So how many years do you think you can do in jail, Donald Trump? Because you're going. Okay, I would have asked the real tough question. Donald Trump, cut all the shenanigans. You know you will not stand up to Russia because you are a Russian asset. Prove to us right now, Donald Trump, you're not a Russian asset. Don't just sit there with a sheet of paper and show us what you were tweeting. Show us your birth certificate. I was sorely disappointed in, well, you know, I understand why CNN did it. I really do. Because I wasn't just their audience. I understand that this was an audience beyond me. Okay, and I also know this was also something Jack Smith was watching as well. But nevertheless, I do have to say what I have to say. So to the Trump supporters in here, I want to go ahead and give you the opportunity to exit stage left right now because this blistering rebuke that's coming, I don't want you getting upset today. I want you to have a great day, okay? And you know the rules in the kingdom.
If you're not happy here,
that's right,
then you can leave.
You know the rules.
As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
that's right.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. That's right. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Get on out of here because I'm about to go in on Donald J. Trump and CNN. Okay, and these words were chosen with precise accuracy because I want them to land where they belong. So let's get into this. Once again, I am addressing all of you out here in the kingdom. I am deeply troubled by the recent appearance of Donald J. Trump on CNN Town Hall with Kaitlyn Collins. I really am. As a citizen, I'm a proud Democrat, by the way. As a citizen, it is deeply concerning to me that someone with such a history of divisive and inflammatory rhetoric was given a platform to spread his message to a national audience. I know. I'm very disappointed with CNN for allowing this, but I understand they did what they had to do. Donald J. Trump's appearance on CNN's town hall was an affront to the values of decency, respect, and truth. Rather than engaging in a constructive dialogue with the American people, all we ask is that you get on CNN and be honest, Donald Trump, and engage the American people with honesty. Rather than doing that, he used the opportunity to spread misinformation, good morning, Brother Swervin, to further divide our already polarized nation. He did this. In other words, it was an example of treason in the kingdom. And these folks sat there and they applauded Donald J. Trump. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. It is particularly concerning that a news organization like CNN would give a platform to someone who has consistently attacked and undermined the credibility of the press. Trump has repeatedly referred to the media as fake news. He says it all the time. He says it all the time. Fake news. And the enemy of the people. And his appearance on the CNN town hall only serves to legitimize these dangerous attacks on the free press. Order! Get him out of here. Furthermore, it is deeply troubling, very deep, that Trump was unable to use the CNN town hall to help promote his own political agenda, rather than engaging in meaningful discussions about issues that face this country. You want to talk Title 42? You want to talk immigration? Well, Trump, why didn't you come up there with some policies? Why did you come up there with that same old tired script, okay, about how you were robbed, sir? And this is who you think is going to be the president of the United States again? You know what? I'm going to keep going. He used this as an opportunity to attack his political opponents. That's what he did. He couldn't stop mentioning President Biden. He couldn't. Even though James Comer came out yesterday, he could have used some of that so-called credible information James Comer came out with yesterday. He didn't use it. Instead, he just wanted to blame Biden for everything that he did. And we're going to get into that a little later. Greetings, double I. Okay, he spread baseless lies and conspiracy theories, and he used it to promote his own brand. I'm so disappointed. But I know Jack Smith was watching this, and I'm going to stand behind Jack Smith and trust that he's going to do everything he should do with this information Donald Trump gave. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I, Zeus, God of Sky and Thunder, Triple H, yes, I do condemn Donald Trump's appearance on CNN yesterday with Kaitlyn Collins. I really do. It was disgraceful. It was a dangerous display that undermines the values of honesty, integrity, and respect that are essential to a healthy democracy. We must continue to hold our elected officials and the media accountable for their actions, I've said this before, and demand that they work to promote unity and progress rather than divisiveness and misinformation. Okay? Now, I'm going to get into the frustrated Kaitlyn Collins bit, okay? But by the way, for what it's worth, she did have to repeatedly remind, no, I can't do a TikTok about it. She did have to repeatedly remind Donald J. Trump that the 2020 election wasn't stolen, ladies and gentlemen. She really did. And it was the most bizarre thing. He kept getting on the, right there in front of her. He shows up with a sheet of paper. You gotta watch this thing. He goes in there, and I know someone told him to put the sheet of paper in his coat pocket. So he goes out there, and he tries to say that he's absolved for what happened on January 6th, because according to that sheet of paper, he had all these tweets. He showed the tweets showed the timeline from when he actually told those folks to go home. And you know what was more disturbing than that? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. The one thing that really grinds my gears yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, was the bit about Vice President Mike Pence. Shame! Stinky fingers. Good morning, Stinky fingers. This is the part. I know. This is the part right here, ladies and gentlemen. When Kaitlyn asked Trump if he owes Vice President Mike Pence an apology after the January 6th attack. You heard those folks out there shouting, "Hang Mike Pence." You know, we've talked about this day in and day out for the past year. And when she asked him if he owed his own vice president an apology. This was his disgusting response.
Today, as you know, was your vice president, Mike Pence, who says that you endangered his life on that day.
I don't think he was in any danger.
Mr. President, do you feel that you owe him an apology?
No, because he did something wrong. He should...
Stop right there. Let's hit that again, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
I don't think he was in any danger.
Mr. President, do you feel that you owe him an apology?
No, because he did something wrong. He should have put the votes back to the state legislatures, and I think we would have had a different outcome.
This is an example of blasphemy and treason in the kingdom, and it will not be tolerated at all. And anybody out there, especially the Trump supporters, who think that what the former president said in this moment was acceptable, shame on you. I need to turn my thunder up a little more today, because you know what? You don't like me because I tell the truth? Well, guess what? I'd rather be realer than you. Do you think it's acceptable for him to sit there and say he does not have to apologize to Mike Pence?
Really good.
And look at these people. They clap for him.
The vice president does not have the authority to reject those.
Tell him, Kaitlyn.
Just now, because it's interesting. Let's keep it interesting, right? I like Mike Pence very much. He's a very fine man. He's a very nice man. He made a mistake. His lawyer said, you cannot move. I called him the human conveyor belt. I said, even if the votes, I talked to his lawyer, even if the votes are absolutely fraudulent, he can't say, yes, sir, he can't send back. And the Democrats played it, and the rhinos played it. And then the election was over. They told him he couldn't do it. And Mike said to me, I can't do it. The lawyers told me he can't do it. They can't do it. But the lawyers were wrong, because right after the election...
So the lawyers are wrong, huh, Trump? Order! No. I'm going to stop you right there. You know what? I got to do it. Get him out. I got to stop him right there. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Those lawyers weren't wrong that told Mike Pence that he couldn't do it. You know who was wrong, though? Donald J. Trump. Somebody please tell Trump there's over 1,000 people sitting behind bars being convicted out there. There's multiple investigations on multiple fronts, okay? And everybody cannot be wrong. 60 cases shot down. No, there was no widespread evidence of voter fraud. And you're going to get out here on national television, lie like this. And the most disturbing thing, like I said, is not just the lies, but it was the people in the audience applauding this. Shame on you. There is no room for treason in the kingdom at all. I'm not playing about this treason stuff, ladies and gentlemen. If I smell treason, I'm getting it out of here. Those are American boots, and those American boots belong to the United States of America, okay? Do not take American boots and go over there and support Russia. Cut it out. It's a shame I got to do this. I could spend all day talking about this nonsense and all of these lies Donald J. Trump spewed yesterday, okay? But I want to get into some the notable moments that appeared yesterday, okay, that came up yesterday, because there were some notable moments. And anyone out there that continues to be in the comment section and say that Zeus, you see to say that I'm lying, or some of my friends that are going to come up possibly. And if you get out here and you say we're lying, I'm just going to ask you to do one thing. Tell us where we are lying, okay? Please do that, because I want to get it right. But as far as I'm concerned, no lies have been told. And if you are out there and you sit there, you go, he's a Democrat operative. He's paid for by the DNC. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not paid for by the DNC. Look at this. Look at this. No strings attached. I am not a hand puppet. Attacking. Good morning, Reese. Okay, let's talk about some of the notable moments, okay? And I know I got to open up the boxes. I got off to a little bit of a late start, okay? So he calls E. Jean Carroll a whack job. He called her a right after losing his case, his SA case and his defamation case against her. Now he's out here just making it worse. He's insulting her. He's actually making himself look worse, if you ask me. And this is the stuff that those folks in the audience, they were clapping and praising him about. This is what I mean, though. When the Republicans start complaining about this country isn't doing great, I want you to remember these are the moments right here that are contributing to the United States so-called declining. It's you openly embracing dirty, disgusting, filthy things like this. Had nothing to do with the Democrats. This had nothing to do with the Democrats. Next, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now look at what I'm saying. Trump was dismissive of the findings. Yeah. Anything that would hurt him in the polls, he just dismissed it. He always referred to it as a fake story, made up story, and later added he had no idea who E. Jean Carroll was. You know what I got to say about that, though? It was so funny. He said he had no idea who this woman was, but then somehow, miraculously, was able to remember she had a black boyfriend, okay, and he remembered her, and then he remembered the name of her cat. Sir, I'm going to say this again. You know who she was. You know who she is. Ain't no way on earth I'm going to believe you, a man, doesn't know who the woman is, but you know the name of her man and her cat. Cut it out, Trump. Cut it out. Okay? Moving along, ladies and gentlemen. Trump labeled Kaitlyn Collins a nasty person. He did this last night, okay, on that town hall, and I watched him. And like I said, I wish I would have had the opportunity to be right next to him when he said that. I would have blown the whistle. Oh, foul, technical foul, Donald Trump. She's not the nasty person. She's not the nastiest person in this room. You, sir, are the nastiest person on TV right now. Okay, we just saw the verdict with the E. Jean Carroll case, but we haven't even gotten into the Stormy Daniels. We didn't get to the Stormy. Thank you, April. Oh, and listen, I'm still waiting for one woman, any woman out there that supports Donald J. Trump. I'm still waiting for you to get into this box and tell me you would kiss this man. Okay, and don't say, well, I had to do it when it was 30 years ago when he was handsome. No, tell me right now. I would still kiss Donald J. Trump. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you find attractive about this guy. Please get in the box. Thank you, Brother Greg. Yes, thank you, April, for the gift. All right, ladies and gentlemen, because he's the nastiest person I've ever heard of. The man eats KFC for breakfast. Okay, he drinks Coca-Cola like it's water. His hands, you can look at him. They said when he got arrested, his hands were so dry. When when Alvin Bragg told him to come up to New York, they said his hands were so dry and ashy. They had to give him lotion so that they could take his fingerprints. You, Donald Trump, are the nastiest person on TV. And yesterday in that town hall, Donald Trump, you were the nasty one. Stop projecting your madness onto these innocent people. Okay? Oh, no. Oh, no. This is the hammer of truth. Do not get in the live and start talking that I'm in here lying. Like I said to the people who find this message offensive.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
That's right. If you're not happy with the message or the truth that I'm delivering, I'm not holding you here. Listen, go on about your day. I bid you well. I'm not losing any sleep because you don't want to watch this and listen to these people in here come in and tell their truth. I'm not losing any sleep. You can make whatever videos about me on TikTok. I'm not losing any sleep, folks. Okay? It's very easy to do what I do when you tell the truth. You're not going to be upset. You only find yourself getting upset when it's the truth. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what this is about. I've asked these folks, What have I done to you besides tell the truth? And you know what they do? Well, you are, yeah. Cut it out. Ain't nobody listening to that. Ain't nobody listening to that. You want to know what's disrespectful? Don't come into this live and tell me what I'm doing is. Go look at the person in the mirror. That's disrespectful, especially if you are a person that continues to support Donald J. Trump in these lies and misinformation and conspiracies. I'm so sorry, but I'm not. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Now let's move on to another notable moment. Trump overturning Roe versus Wade. He was so excited about it. And he seems to be happy that he packed the Supreme Court with these conservative, corrupt judges. Okay, and when Kaitlyn asked him a question about whether he would sign a federal abortion ban, this is what he said. What I would do is negotiate so people are happy. Another, get him out of here. The man doesn't know what he's saying. Yeah, thank you. They don't like me because I'm telling the truth. But guess what? I'd rather be realer than you than to be up here lying just to get people to clap for me. Cut it out. Moving along, ladies and gentlemen. Kaitlyn Collins, she did press Donald J. Trump, as I said earlier, on the fraud claims. And going into the event, all eyes were on her, okay? Whether she would be able to fact check him, okay? Who, throughout his presidency, told how many thousands of falsehoods. And they get out here and they complain about President Biden and his son, Hunter Biden. No. I want to know where the outrage is. They like to say it's the outrage. Well, it's the Trump supporters that have selective outrage. On one side, it's a problem when Hunter Biden does it. It's a problem with Joe Biden. It's a problem with Nancy Pelosi. And by the way, he brought up Nancy Pelosi yesterday. Shame. Jesus Christ. I'm going to, listen. He brings up Nancy Pelosi, and it's like, okay, you sounding like a broken record, but I want all the Trump supporters, if you are upset and you're still here, I'm going to say this. Thank you, little hawk. Yes, if you're upset and you're still here, I want you to take that anger and frustration, and when you get into the box or you're in the comments, talk about those thousands of falsehoods that Donald J. Trump. You're probably upset because you are coming into the truth that perhaps you believed the lie for 4+ years. And this is the part. 5 stages of acceptance. Yeah, it's going to be some anger and denial. Okay? But it's not with us. No, it's with you. You got a leader that's out here lying to you. Okay? Now, what else did happen? Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Yesterday, this was also of big importance. He declined to call Vladimir Putin a war criminal. He did. And this goes back to my main point. Nasty. This is what makes Trump nasty, ladies and gentlemen. I've always maintained the opinion that he's a Russian asset, okay? Whether you like me or not, but I'm going to say it. I know a Russian asset when I see one, and he fits the description. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, well, darn it, it's a duck. The fact that he still cannot utter any form of criticism against Vladimir Putin, a known war criminal, the one we put sanctions on, the one we're currently in this fiasco with Ukraine about. The fact that he still is bloop, 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 I can't really say it. The fact that he continues to do this, he's unfit to be in the White House as a president. As a matter of fact, I don't even think he should be allowed to set foot in the White House ever again, not even as a visitor. Nope. Treason in the kingdom will not be tolerated, folks. I have zero tolerance for it. All right, now, guess what? I was going to cover a couple of more items. Let me see. But you know what? I'm going to say this. Yesterday, after the town hall, I'm going to point this out. President Biden, God bless President Joe Biden. God bless him. He tweeted probably one of the best follow-ups to the town hall I saw yesterday. And it boils down to this. God bless President Joe Biden. Let's go ahead. I will be voting if Biden is the Democrat front runner, which he is. Okay, I will be casting my vote for President Biden and Kamala Harris again. It's an honor to do it. Okay, I encourage all of you out there, if you love this country, please go vote and support President Biden and Kamala Harris's campaign. They don't just need your money. If you don't got money, I'm going to go ahead and do it. If you don't got money, don't worry about it. Just keep spreading the gospel about the amazing progress that these two have done. Okay, and I'm going to talk about some of the accomplishments, because I keep it on me. I keep the facts on me. But please put those blue waves in the comment section so that all the Trump supporters that are here, they can see that we're real. Democrats are out here. We are active in these streets, and we are actually encouraging everybody to get out here and vote blue. But this is what he said. It's simple, folks. This is what Biden said. Do you want 4 more years of that? What you saw yesterday on CNN. Do you really want 4 more years of that? Thank you, President Biden. Now, you know what I got to do next, ladies and gentlemen? I think it's important to talk about our good friend, Jack Smith. Because it wouldn't be a show without Jack Smith. And you know what comes with Jack Smith?
Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family is a Trump hater. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. And he's a harasser and an abuser. Jack Smith.
Oh, that's Jack Smith.
His wife's a Trump hater. His family is a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. But he's a harasser and an abuser.
Yeah, Jack! Yeah!
Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family is a Trump hater. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. But he's a harasser and an abuser.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Jack Smith. Oh, nothing helps me sleep at night than knowing Jack Smith is a harasser and abuser of Donald J. Trump, and Donald Trump is scared to death of him. Why do I bring Jack Smith up, ladies and gentlemen? Because guess what? You all need to know. And by the way, if you don't know who Jack Smith is, he's the federal prosecutor currently investigating and possibly convicting, which I think is a 90% chance he's going to do, convicting Donald Trump for his conduct surrounding what happened on January 6th, because we all know Trump is responsible for January 6th, and investigating him for those classified documents. And as Trump likes to say, he is a harasser.
He's a harasser and an abuser.
Okay, now, why is this important? Because the man investigating to see whether or not Donald Trump should be charged criminally for those various alleged misdeeds can take away from the E. Jean Carroll verdict that the former president is unable to tell a credible story to a jury, according to a former Mueller prosecutor. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do know, and Jack Smith knows, that Donald Trump, no matter what happens, when Jack Smith brings those charges, we know that Donald Trump is too afraid to actually take the stand and testify because we know what the outcome will be. So I want to go ahead and give Jack Smith a round of applause for doing all he can to hold the former president accountable for his criminal conduct. Again, treason in the kingdom will not be tolerated. And Donald J. Trump, in this kingdom, where's my hammer at? People say, you're innocent until you're proven guilty in the United States. And I said, For the vast majority of Americans, yes. But in this particular case, thank you, AJ. In this particular case, with all these crimes that Donald Trump has committed, he is guilty, okay? And he's only innocent unless he's proven innocent, okay? Thank you! Yes, I got a... yes, I love it, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's open up these boxes because I only got a small amount of time. And I want to hear from all of you. And you know the rules. Come on in. I got some questions for you. If I haven't done business with you before, if I have done business with you, come on in and testify. You know what it is. But one thing that will not be tolerated is blasphemy and treason in the kingdom. You know who I am, Triple H. Why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Because I am honest. There's nobody on TikTok more honest than me. Hands down. I am the most honest person on TikTok. Secondly, humble. There's nobody more humble than me on TikTok. Nope. There's no one that's more humble than me. If I step on your toes, I'm going to say sorry. I didn't mean to do it. Okay? And if I get it wrong, I'm going to apologize. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the most handsome. Yeah. All right? And you get in here yesterday. I had someone jumped in my box, and they just started yelling at me right away. I'm not listening to that. I'm going to drop you like a bad habit if you get in here and you start trying to take your anger and your frustration out on Zeus. I am nobody's verbal punching bag, nobody's emotional punching bag. I have a zero tolerance for it, okay? And I'm not going to allow anyone to do it to you. Now, let's open up these boxes and let's hear from all of you. Hey, brother, swerve it. To my moderators, go ahead. If they're getting too out of line, just put them in a straight jacket the entire live, okay? Just put them in there so that we can torture them with the truth. Good morning, Brother Swervin.
Good morning, Zeus. How are things in the kingdom?
Oh, another day of truth telling. How about you over there in your fortress?
The fortress of solid truth is solid.
Yes.
Solid as a rock. Solid as always. And look, sometimes, man, you just got to drop somebody like third period French. Okay?
Hey, I love
But
it.
I'm sure, you've been talking about the town hall last night, and I watched it. I was broadcasting it live, and boy, a couple of people actually said they had to leave and go throw up.
Ooh. Thank you for the gifts, by the way. They had to go throw up.
Yeah, they were done. And you know what got me, and this is what I always find funny about Donald Trump.
Hello.
Everybody else is wrong but him. He's the only one that's right. The election was rigged. He's still stoking those claims. And he's undermining not only the integrity of the press, but the integrity of our democracy.
Right.
When he says that. He said he would accept the results as long as it wasn't rigged. Here we go again, sowing that doubt in democracy.
Wow. It almost makes me wonder, why would you want to be president in such an environment? If you don't trust the process, right? Why would you even want to participate in it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The process is only correct when he wins it. If I win, it's not rigged, And then, Kaitlyn is trying to tell him Mike Pence has no constitutional authority to send it back to the states. And you know why he can't send it back to the states to be certified? Because the states already certified it. You clown.
Tell them again. We want the states to be able to run their own programs and run their states like they want to, right? You don't want a dictator, do you?
Yeah, let me ask you this, Zeus. Why didn't any states have to go back other than the ones he lost? Why was mail-in voting?
Because they accepted the truth, right? There was no widespread evidence of voter fraud that would have changed the outcome of the 2020 election. Everybody understood that.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
He claimed mail-in voting, it was so fraudulent, yet he had to do it. In some states, they have nothing but mail-in voting. Why wasn't any of that challenged?
You know, you brought up a good point. He did do the mail-in ballots. He did. And they asked him about that in the interview I watched one time. And he said it was okay that he did it because he did it the correct way, but everybody else did it the wrong way. What do you think of that?
It's ignorant. It's just ignorant. It's just ignorant. It was never challenged in one single state where all they do is mail-in voting. That's it. And he never, nobody, not one person on the right ever challenged that. But boy, you get into these battleground states, and oh my God, I'm going to challenge this, I'm going to challenge that. And Kaitlyn reminded him over 60 court cases lost due to no evidence. Okay,
That's right.
They say lack of standing. I know what evidence means. Okay, and it went to the Supreme Court. They said, get out of here.
Tell them.
And then they hung their hat on this Brunson versus Adams case.
22-380.
Yeah. And the Supreme Court was like, get out of here. All because he put these people on the Supreme Court that they were just going to vote his way and let him
Wake up, spicy Latina. Wake up, spicy Latina. Mr. Nice Guy, listen up. This is probably the worst 1.5 hours you got in the day today. Us telling you the truth. Now, what do you think about these people that were clapping for Donald Trump? Okay, what do you think about that, Brother Swervin?
I found that very weird and strange because everything that he said that we already know was a lie is a lie. He lost that election fair and square. There was no voter fraud that would have come close to 7.5 million votes to overturn the election. None anywhere.
You hear that?
But they sat there and started clapping when he talked about it being a rigged election. And I'm like, so y'all are sitting here, you want to vote him in the office, but you don't trust the process to get him into the office. So why are you voting?
Why are you doing it?
If you don't trust the process, stay home.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing that I say to the anti-vaxxers. You don't trust science, but when you get sick or you break a leg, you're going to run to the very scientists you despise.
They're the first ones in the hospital. They would love, we love Dr. Fauci when we sick. Shame on you.
I just couldn't get over those people laughing. I mean, they was skinning and grinning through the whole thing. Every time the audience looked out over them, you saw them smiling and skinning and grinning and just clapping. And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? And that, my friend, is what is wrong with America. They believe anything that you tell them.
Tell them, Brother Swervin.
And they believe that the election was stolen. Why? Because Donald Trump said it was. They believe that January 6th was a peaceful protest because Donald Trump said it was. And they believe that he needs their money to pay his legal fees. And they believe him so much, they keep sending the billionaire their money.
And blaming the Democrats.
They're sitting there all decked out in their Trump 2024 gear from head to toe, complaining about inflation. No, you need to figure out your priorities. Who needs your money more? You to pay your bills or a billionaire? Who needs your money more? It's just,
listen up.
Zeus, they just very strange and weird to me, man. They really are. I don't get it. The only support Joe Biden needed from me was my vote, and that's all he got.
That's it.
The only money I came out of pocket was a few dollars in gas.
Amen.
Drive to the polling station.
Amen. Okay, we don't need to do all of that extra loyalty testing and lying and manipulating people to show Biden our support, and you don't need to do it for Donald J. Trump.
You support the man, but the only support he needs from you is your vote. That's it. That's it. And then they go, oh, where are you Biden supporters at? Y'all awful quiet. Where's all the Biden flags? What we need that for?
See what I'm saying? Now, there's one other issue of great importance that I wanted to pick your brain about, and it's about James Comer yesterday and his, press releases. Did you pay attention to that?
He's got nothing. All he's doing is rehashing old information that we've already had, with no legal connection between the businesses and Joe Biden.
None, ladies and gentlemen.
There's absolutely none.
So we're done with the Hunter Biden nonsense and the Joe Biden nonsense. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that we had to burst your bubble like this to my friends on the right. I think right now I would ask that you ask James Comer to investigate Donald Trump's false statements that he made yesterday. I think he'll do a great job if he spends most of his time on that.
What I found remarkable, Zeus, is they're sitting there investigating the Biden family for influence peddling, using Joe Biden's name to get money. Yet they can't find any legal connection
They can't.
between these businesses. They can't find any legal connection where China paid Joe Biden. They can't find any legal connection where Ukraine paid Joe Biden.
Nope.
They can't find it. Then they come out with all this evidence. Well, you know what? We've already seen those documents, and guess what's not in them? The
What's it?
legal connection that y'all been saying is there. It ain't there.
It's not there.
So Hunter
And-
Biden. So Hunter
go-
Biden got paid. Okay, so did Trump Jr., so did Ivanka Trump, so did Jared Kushner, so did Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You want to talk about influence peddling, but you completely ignored on the other side. Call it out for what it is. Call it out. If Hunter Biden or Joe Biden or Ashley Biden or hell, even Jill Biden, hell, I'll go so far as to say Bo Biden, may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Did something illegal, dig him up, throw him in jail. I don't care.
Get him out of here.
But don't sit here and ignore it and tell me, oh, well, I'm not really a Republican or a Democrat.
This is what they say.
You know, I'm more of an independent. And we got two wings on the same bird, man. And they all hate us, man. And you got to understand, they just want us fighting each other, man. Because all we do is fight each other, man. Man, get out of here.
Get out of here with that jive talk. I am not a jive turkey.
I ain't even trying to hear it.
Nope, not at all. And there's no evidence of any policies that the Bidens have passed that were so-called bought and paid for by the Chinese government.
Yes, sir. You are absolutely 110% correct.
No evidence. Well, listen up, Brother Swervin.
So-
I'm going to have to bring up some other guests.
No
And
worries, man. I appreciate you having me up in the kingdom as always.
As always, okay?
You keep
And I
holding
may
it
have to
down.
do extra, huh?
I said you keep holding it down up on Mount Olympus, and if you jump on later today in the Closet of Truth, I'll come in. I'll stop in and say hi to you.
Yeah, I might have to because I can sense something's in the air. I
Oh,
really
it is.
can.
It is.
Yes.
You know what's in the air?
What's that?
Jack Smith.
Ah!
I'll see you, my brother. You be good and be safe out there.
Tell them Swervin.
You be good and be safe out there, brother Zeus.
All
I'll
right,
see you later.
too. Yes.
Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump.
I gotta stop doing that. I just love it though. I mean, I listen to that all the time when I'm walking around in Olympus and I got this Jack Smith song mastered and memorized like nobody else's business. Good morning, Kid Truth. How are you?
I'm good, brother Zeus. I'm good. I got a few minutes, but you know, I saw clips of the town hall.
Oh,
I didn't even really care to watch it because I already know what it was going to be. But the thing that I saw, the clip that I saw, he had a chance to come clean, and
Right.
he still did not come clean about anything. And this tells me that this guy is going to take this to his grave. That's what he's going to do. And next year, when if he's not in jail, whatever place he is in, I will say this: he's going to do the same thing next year. Fight with the courts. It's going to be a repeated cycle, and he's going to feed people his lies. That's exactly what he's going to do. And that is the sad part, that they believe this guy, even when he assaults a woman.
tell him.
It's in 4K of him saying, well, if you're rich, you can touch women. I mean, that's a little extreme for me. Like, I don't know if you know that's extreme, but if I say something...
To me, it's extreme and unacceptable in any form of leadership.
Yeah.
That's why I openly condemn Donald Trump the way that I do. It's unacceptable at all levels.
There it is. I mean, it's just sick that this guy is even running for president again. Like I said, do I want Joe Biden? I don't, I really don't. But if it was Joe Biden and Trump, I'm going to go vote for Joe Biden because I don't want Trump. That's the way the American people do. That's what I say. You guys have to. Anybody that you want to continue to support Trump, go support him. Ride your Trump flag and do all that because I'm not going to do that.
Well, but wait a second. I want to make sure we preface that by saying if you support Trump and you end up in jail, you cannot cry about it.
Yeah. If he ends up in jail for what happened on Jan.6, don't cry boo-hoo-hoo. Deal with it. Because they always say, oh, well, the system, we're going to wait to see let's wait to see what the courts do. And guess what? If he gets convicted on January 6th for what he did, I don't want to hear anything.
Nope.
All I want to do is you guys just let him. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Zeus.
No, go for it. Because we're a nation of law and order, like he says.
Oh, he also said this. If you plead the fifth, you're guilty. I mean, that came out of his mouth in 4K. So, are you guilty, Trump? What are you hiding? Like, I don't understand. It's like this guy.
Oh, they say they're still waiting for him to be convicted. What do you say to that, Kid Truth?
I say he's guilty as hell. Screw it. They throw the book at him now. But I believe in due process. I believe in the law. And if the courts say, hey, like what they did with the essay thing, guess what? He's guilty of it. I don't care. Mm-hmm. That's the way I see it. And if you sit there and want to deny that, then you don't believe in our damn courts. Excuse my French, but you don't believe in our court system. Mm. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, what do you Trump supporters really believe in?
They believe in all QAnon conspiracies. That's what it is. Okay. Well, got a video on my page right now. Gentleman goes around and he tells you there's a secret government running the United States. Biden isn't really the president. And I'm like, well, if Biden isn't the president, why are you blaming him for the gas?
I saw that video and if Joe Biden's not the president,
Trump is their president. He's still the president. Well, then,
who is the president? Like,
I'm done. You can't make this stuff up.
Jesus Christ. It's just so funny. It's like they worship the ground that this guy walks on. Like, see, I've said this before, and I'm sure a lot of people see this. They're baptizing in this guy's name. They had a golden calf last year at CPAC. I'm like, you guys are like a cult. Like, this is like a religious cult. And I've said it before, and I will tap out after this. If Trump called them to go to an island, they will follow him, and it would be Jim Jones 2.0 all over again. That's what I believe. That's how much they worship the ground that this guy walks on. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you agree with that, but I believe that.
Listen, and you know, a student cannot be greater than the master. So you're going to have to deal with the same outcomes that Donald Trump is. Meaning, when Jack Smith or Alvin Bragg or Fonnie Willis, when they proceed with indicting him and convicting him, and you got to take the same fate. Just like those folks, those thousands of people out there who are taking plea deals for what happened on January 6th. Clickety clank, okay? Close those cells. Lights out.
You know what? Like I'll say this, and I'll go ahead and run because I know you'll get other people on. I think it's time after what we saw last night.
That's right.
It's literally time for you guys Trump supporters to let this guy go, because if he gets in power, nothing is going to change because he's gonna say if he becomes president, he's gonna inherit inflation. He's gonna inherit all these things. So who are you going to blame for this problem? That is the thing. Like you have no one to blame but yourself, because he said, I inherited a great economy. You're going to inherit inflation. That's what you're going to inherit. So
caused by Trump.
Who are we going to blame? Are we going to, you're going to blame? Now we got to blame Trump for the problem because he's the president. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. He's their president right now.
Yeah. But I'm going to go ahead.
They can't deny it.
Yep. Well, I'm going ahead and run, brother. Thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure.
All right. Anytime. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Kid True. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we have, hopefully, okay, I'm going to try to get through as many of the wonderful people that I can. Keep it short and sweet.
Oh, ho,
Hopefully.
ho, Mr.
Greetings,
Zeus.
Brother Greg. Nice
How
to
are
see
you?
you this morning. I'm doing all right. How are you?
We are doing just
You're
fine.
quite the talk of the town out here in Olympus, Brother Greg. Keep up the good work.
Oh, well, thank you so much. So last night, here's the deal. Donald Trump, if you love Donald Trump, you're so happy last night for what he did. You think he did a great job. You think that he did circles around Caitlin Collins. You think that he did circles around CNN. But in reality, if you're an independent and
Oh,
you're watching that and you're thinking, I'm not really happy with the way things are going,
mm-hmm.
and maybe I'm gonna listen to what Donald Trump has to say
Right,
again.
right.
Last night just reaffirmed all of the things that they voted against him for. He
Oh,
can't admit the election was stolen. He was
oh,
given an easy layup
oh.
to say that he supports Ukraine. He didn't even have to believe that he supports Ukraine. And this is the thing that people are missing. People are saying, you guys are obsessed with Russia, Russia, Russia. No, no,
Mm-hmm.
no. If Donald Trump wanted to get the scent away from that, he would have gone on television last night and said, I support Ukraine. But he
Right.
couldn't even do that.
No.
And so to the Trump supporters that are watching right now, I have to ask you, why won't he do that? And how are we crazy for thinking that he may be compromised? There,
Mm.
there, there is a thing
Hello,
here.
Shannon.
Donald Trump is a narcissist, so I don't know if he can admit that he's wrong. Well, he can't admit that he's wrong, but I don't even think he can tell a white lie and say, "Oh, I support
But
Ukraine."
he's good at lying. I don't get it. He could have
Right, right,
lied
right.
about this, right?
Right, he's a great liar. I'm saying, but he can't lie to himself, I guess, is the point I'm trying to make. So,
Ooh, that's some mental gymnastics right
yeah,
there.
like he's not
Oh
able to
shit.
do that.
Wow.
And so, last and when we're looking at the question, will you pardon the Proud Boys?
Oh.
Donald Trump should have easily said no to that question as well. But here we
Right.
are again saying, well, we're going to take a look at it. We're going to see what they say, and we're going to look and see it case by case. And it's like, dude, stop it. Stop
Mm.
it right now.
Mm.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can't continue to do this. And let's talk about this real quick, because all of our friends on TikTok like to say that they threw it back to the states. They gave abortion back to the states. Well,
Oh.
last night, Donald Trump pretty much said that he supports a federal abortion ban.
Mm.
So what's that do throwing it back to the states? You know.
Hey, good point.
So there you go. I mean, you've got a
Truth.
they're
This
they're
is
they're
truth,
just they're
Greg.
just
Brother Greg is
hypocrites.
speaking.
They're
Huh?
just hypocrites. That's all they are. And then he said about the debt ceiling, he said
Oh.
Caitlin Collins asked him, would you said that you wouldn't do that as uh, a bargaining tool, right? And he was
Right.
like, so she's like, what's different? He's like, well, I'm not president. It's like, okay, dude, like you had the debt ceiling raised 3 times when you were
Mm-hmm.
president to pass your tax bill, which added a lot of money to our debt
Yeah.
and caused a lot of the inflation that we're dealing
Yes.
with right
He
now.
caused the inflation.
So, and I'm not taking his words out of context to the
No.
person that just sent me and
When they
mentioned me.
You got to remember when they tell you you're lying, that means you're really telling the truth.
Yeah, I mean,
And to keep going.
and no, that's not a lie. Click click. And
Oh God.
Caitlin did a good job of checking him on those lies, because what he did was he would say things like, "Well, Joe
Amen.
Biden had 1,800 boxes," and Caitlin Collins is like, that's not true.
Facts.
That's not true. He
Facts.
didn't have 1,800 boxes. Are you kidding me? You
He
had
didn't have.
300 boxes, and Joe Biden had like 8.
Tell
So
him.
I guess 1,800 is 8 to Donald Trump. I guess the math ain't mathin'. I guess he's just multiplying it by 1,000 and finding a number somewhere.
He's just making it up as he goes. You know this.
Correct. And then he doubled down on the Presidential Records Act last night, saying that he was negotiating with NARA, and so he mentions that that's what he was doing, and that they're a left-leaning source. They're not a left-leaning. They're not a left-leaning source. And the other thing is, I'm just trying to dissect this real quick. I know you have other callers, but he is not allowed to negotiate with NARA. Period. End of story.
Tell him.
He cannot classify documents when he leaves office. The minute that he is out of office, he does not have the ability to declassify. They are not automatically declassified either. The pictures that you saw from the raid had classified markings on them.
Right.
There is a process that you have to go through. And the reason why, and Kaitlyn Collins checked him on this, the reason why Joe Biden wasn't raided was because he didn't ignore a subpoena. Pretty simple stuff here to understand. This isn't hard. This isn't like, 8th grade chemistry. I know that for some people that might be tough.
Chemistry. Tell him, Brother Greg.
But, if we're dealing with Punnett squares, I'll give you a pass, for Christ's sake. But we're not dealing with Punnett squares. So, but yeah, I mean, those are just a couple things that Biden is allowed to take them as VP. It doesn't matter. He committed a crime. No. So technically,
here we go again.
Technically speaking, these were documents that could have been mentioning Joe Biden, such as Joe Biden was instrumental in such and such and such, and we don't know, and we don't know if those were declassified or not. We do know that Donald Trump definitely didn't declassify the documents, because he even said that he could do it with his eyes closed on Hannity. That was his first thing.
Yeah. And he's no longer the president, so whatever he did as president is no longer in effect.
Correct. So, again, these are just lies, and you're going to see them later today on their lives here trying to spin this, but this was a very bad night for him. And and I'll end with this. The two people that enjoyed last night the most were Jack Smith and Vladimir Putin.
I like the Jack Smith, but Vladimir Putin, why do you say Putin like this?
Well, because he won't commit to, supporting Ukraine. And this is what I say to all of the folks in the lives on this app, because they seem to align in this ideology.
Traitors.
They support, they would.
Brother Greg, are you there?
There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I understand he's reporting from the bunker. Thank you, Brother Greg. Listen, when you're reporting from the bunker, you gotta move as the sees fit for you. I get it. All right, so listen, we're hearing a lot of truth. And the message is getting there, because I'm seeing more people accuse me of being a liar. But I haven't lied about anything. Greg hasn't lied about anything. Swerve and Kid Truth, we haven't lied about anything. We're telling you the truth. This guy, Donald J. Trump, is terrible for the United States. He still can't tell the truth. He still can't admit he lost to President Biden, the one you call Sleepy Joe, who's been passing monumental legislation since he got into office. Trump just can't seem to admit he's being outperformed by President Biden. It's the most bizarre thing ever. Now, let's bring up our next guest, because listen, I'm a person that likes to be open and honest. Okay, you know what we do. Great greetings, Tara, how are you?
Hi, honey. How are you?
I am doing all right. How are you?
I'm okay. Every time I say hi, my dog barks, but I don't have much time. I just have a question for the Trump supporters.
Oh, please ask.
After the verdict yesterday, and Trump has to pay $5 million, I'm just wondering if he sent out an email to his supporters, because he's going to be looking for that money.
Good question.
Did y'all get an
You all
email?
get that email?
He's done it many, many times.
Wow. You know, where's my picture at? I need to go find that picture up. Okay, that I had a good picture to describe the relationship between Trump and his supporters. Here you go. No, not. Let me see. That one didn't come up too good. Okay, I got another one. Don't worry. Here it goes, right there. There you go. There you go.
Yep. Yep. I was a part of the Trump email list, but then I just couldn't take it anymore. But I remember I got like so many emails when he was building the wall. It was disgusting.
And by the way, the wall, I don't think people know that there's people that know how to climb that wall. It's ineffective. It's a waste of taxpayer dollars. I watched a video the other day. They go to the border and they put a ladder, long ladder, they put it up there, and they got a team of people scaling the very wall that Trump is supposedly building. Yep. Shame! Doesn't work.
Yep. So instead of the insults that I got in the chat, can you guys like tell me if you guys got an email or not? Because I know there's a lot of you in here. I'm just really curious.
They know it.
But I gotta go, honey.
All right. Well, listen, Tara, it was so nice to check in with you.
Yes,
all right.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got that email, please send a request and come in and testify. Actually, tell us just tell us how much you spent, okay? I'm still looking for any women out there that would let Donald Trump kiss them, okay? There are some women out here who still think Donald Trump looks sexy. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you find so sexy about Trump. Click, click, you too. You're also included, click, click. If you think Trump is sexy, no, I know you think Trump is sexy. I've seen some of the videos you've posted, okay? Why do you think Trump is sexy? Click, click. They don't like me because I tell the truth. Well, guess what? I'd rather be realer than you than to live a lie. Let's open up those boxes, okay? Let's keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. Nutty Professor! Good morning.
How's it going? How's it going?
It's going all good. How about you? Your friends are here, okay? Especially the ones that are very critical of you. So you might want to be careful about what you say today.
No, I'm not going to be careful. So I told you I went ahead and I watched the replay of the cluster F-bomb on CNN, and I'm disgusted.
Why?
I am disgusted because everybody know that Donald Trump is just the worst piece of worst ever. We already know this. But the people in that audience, when he was literally talking about E. Jean Carroll and they're clapping, when he was literally just the lies was flowing like milk and honey.
Shame.
And they were clapping. They were clapping. This man wouldn't answer one. He wouldn't answer one question. So here's the time where I wish the moderator was Don Lemon. because Kaitlyn, I got to give it to her. She did way better than I thought she was going to do, because I didn't think that she was going to press him like she did. I didn't think that at all. And Donald Trump was fuming because, number one, how dare a woman press him? That's number one.
Shame on him for that.
Did you see his face? Because she's like, no. And here's another thing. I wanted to throw up every time I heard Mr. President. Mr. President.
Yeah, she really shouldn't have said that.
I'm just like, no, we are former president. I'm fine with that because that's what he is. But he was not Mr. President.
What do you think about him calling her nasty?
That's his MO. When he has nothing else to go to, he resorts to name calling like a 4-year-old. And I'm sorry to all 4-year-olds out there. I didn't mean to disrespect y'all.
Tell the truth, Nutty. Please tell him.
But the fact is, The fact is, it showed you the type of person that he is, that he would literally call her, what do you say? Not disgusting, but yeah, she's disgusting.
Mm.
And then keep talking. And the audience, yet again, they're laughing. Like,
I know I don't think there's a Trump supporter in this live that actually approves of Donald J. Trump's performance yesterday. There's not one in here. I know it. They
oh,
know
well,
better.
you're wrong.
They
You're wrong.
know better. Not in this kingdom. Because they
Wait,
know
so
treason
Zeus,
and blasphemy will not be tolerated.
if I got it wrong, then correct me. Did he
Mhm.
say that she was disgusting, or what did he say
Oh,
when
he said
referring
she
to
was
Kaitlyn?
nasty. So there
He was
are Trump
nasty.
supporters in here that really do think very highly of the former president.
Okay, my bad. So I misspoke. See how that happens? When I misspeak, I can say I misspoke. But it wasn't a lie.
Good morning.
Nasty, disgusting is all the same thing. The fact is, he shouldn't have called her a name.
That's right.
That's the fact. And you all want to muddle over a misspeak than the actual crime that was done. Yes, I called it a crime. The
Yeah.
actual crime that was done of yet again disrespecting a woman.
He has no respect for women.
But you all don't care
He
about
doesn't
that. You just
respect
care
his
about when
wife.
someone misspeaks.
He doesn't respect his wife. He doesn't respect Stormy Daniels. He doesn't respect E. Jean Carroll and those 26 other women who he took advantage of. And his lousy excuse yesterday, you hear him talking about it. He said, why would I do it in a department store? I own all these properties I could have took her into, but I did it inside of a department store. Yes, you disgusting dog. I know all the rules to the games, okay? I know how folks get down when they're getting down. There's no rhyme or reason to it. That is a terrible excuse to try to say you didn't do it, sir. And you know her cat. You know what her cat's name. He mentioned it. You mentioned the cat's name. It's the woman's private part. Starts with a V. He mentioned the cat's name. He mentioned, was it her boyfriend or her husband's name? Said he was black. Okay, so you know all those details about her.
But yet he never met her.
He never met her before.
He never met her. He never met her. But 20 years ago, she was 60. But he never met her. And they're sitting there.
Oh
And,
God!
and when the camera was on the audience, they were salivating because they were loving the fact that they were there. They were salivating over this. I'm like, wow, they really are in a cult.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They know what he did is wrong.
So screw CNN, because if CNN are going to have those type of people there, they should have had people that was going to be in opposition, not to make it a crap show, but they should have had other people there than just people who want to grope Donald Trump.
They should have let her have more backup on there. That's where they went wrong. They shouldn't have just had her one-on-one with someone as powerful as Trump. They should have brought us up there, Nutty Professor. You, me, Swerve, and April. And we would have held him accountable right there.
He would have
told him everything.
He would have walked off stage. He would have waddled off stage.
No, yeah, well, that's a good way for him to go out. Because I would have told him, everything you say to me, I'm going to let Jack Smith know right away. So let's go.
But I'm just like,
I crack myself up.
And listen, Zeus, I'm gonna, because I know you have a lot of people coming in behind me, and you only have a few minutes here.
That's right.
But can you do me a favor, sir?
Yes.
Will you please? Because I love hearing it now. Will you please play taps for me, and then I want to make a statement.
Okay, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Get him out of here!
Janae, that was for you, my friend, because this beef that you have with me, I just put it to bed. That was for you. I am no longer going to waste my precious oxygen on the likes of you. So God bless you, my dear, and may the Lord watch over you.
Be-
Thank you,
There you
my
go.
friend Zeus. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
You
Yeah,
have a
I
wonderful day.
understand. I understand. Yeah, that's why I don't really like to bring up other people, but I understand they that we're the talk of the town, and that's perfectly fine. But if it's not going to be healthy and productive and constructive, I just can't be engaged with it. I understand your sentiments, Nutty Professor, and yes, I would encourage everyone out there. Don't allow yourself to be stressed out with things that don't matter in life. Just don't waste that time. People, they got to find out the truth on their own, just like I have. And it sucks sometimes because you're so frustrated. It's the Democrats, it's the Republicans. I can't get anywhere in life. But that's really just you lying to yourself. You know what they say denial is, right? Don't even notice I am lying. And a lot of Trump supporters have that. And they also suffer from blame. And what does blame stand for? Been lying and making excuses. And those things are what I like to call off the focus behavior. Okay, people that are stuck in that vicious cycle. They don't know how to get out of it until they first grab those two things, denial and blame, and they take them and they say, I take back my power from you. Okay, and they start to use it and say, I'm going to hold myself accountable for what I know and what I don't know, because it's not anyone else's fault but mine. I had a great conversation, with a great friend of mine, okay? And we were talking about Biden's economy. Did you have more money in your pocket when Biden was in office or when Trump was in office? This question. And a lot of people say, well, I had more money when Trump was in office. And then we dig deeper into that, and I ask, well, why did you have more money? 9 times out of 10, it has a lot to do with 10 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, it has a lot to do with that person's mindset. When just a few years ago, what you were doing was working. You were getting it in just like that. But markets change. If you're in any business, the market isn't guaranteed. There's always competition. You got to figure out how to stay at the top of your game. That means you got to be out here at the front end of innovation and creativity. And that, we agreed, has nothing to do with who's in office. Those gas prices, cut it out. You're out there on vacation. They got their shirts off, sipping on pina coladas and Long Islands, okay, at the best restaurants you can see. These people, they're flying all over the world. Passports got more tattoos than these rappers. I've seen it. And they sit there, over there in these countries, Dubai, feet up, and they say, oh, the economy is so terrible. To these people, cut it out. I'm watching you, literally. They run these businesses. These are business owners on TikTok, calling themselves TikTok hosts. Fake hosts is what they are. They sit out there and they say, I don't got any money in my 401k. Oh, but you are a business owner? You're getting all kinds of discounts and loopholes on your taxes, and every time I see you, you're eating out at a restaurant. Some of them, they're eating steaks, drinking wine, eating lobster, with asparagus. And they get on TikTok and cry. To these people out here, I just want to let you know I don't believe it.
Please try again.
Hello, Corinne. Nice to see you. Please try again. You got to lie to somebody else, but I'm not buying it. All right, let's open it up and get somebody else in the box because there's a lot to discuss, okay? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. JJ. Greetings.
Man,
it's
been a minute, buddy.
Yeah, it has been a minute, and I hope you are doing well.
Yeah, I was out of here for a year. I had a stroke.
Oh,
but I'm good now.
I hope you're doing okay. That's very, very tough to deal with.
Yeah, it's it was due to working 72 hours a week, but
yeah, you can't do that.
But anyway, I appreciate what you've been doing. I enjoy your platform, and glad we're friends. But anyways, buddy, I wanted to ask you. It's amazing to me that his town hall wasn't on Fox.
Right, but you know
his town hall. he went to CNN for some godforsaken reason,
Mm.
and I thought that was, you know,
Right.
political,
Yeah.
suicide
Mm.
on
You
his
think
part.
so?
And
You don't think? Do you think he gained more voters by his CNN town hall?
I think it solidified his base or whatever he had. I don't know
Mm.
if he gained anything. He
Mm.
might have.
Mm.
Um, he would have probably gained more if he was honest and open and upfront,
Mm-hmm.
and
This is what we're talking
wasn't
about.
so condescending and what have you. And it just solidified my point of why I'm not a Republican anymore.
Thank you.
Um,
Wait a
yeah,
second. Wait a second. Did you just say you're not a Republican anymore?
I wasn't Republican when we last talked about a year ago. I
Well, we weren't where we are now. So I need to discuss this with you because a lot of people think that, folks aren't leaving Donald Trump and they think that it's all made up when I tell them people I know have
no,
turned
I
away from Donald Trump and are seeing the light. Can you explain what caused you to leave Donald Trump and the
oh, it
Republican
was a lot
Party?
of things. I was guilty of voting down party lines all my life,
Tell them.
and I was a Republican
There you
for
go.
30 about 32 years, and
Wow.
I'm 37. Well, I'm sorry, 35, 36 years. I'm sorry, I'm 37 now.
Mm.
So I've been off the
Thank you, Uncle.
off the RNC for a long time now. Well, not a
Right.
long time, about a year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Um,
understand.
but what did it in for me was you don't know. You can tell a lot about a man, not by how he wins, but how he loses.
Ooh,
You
right.
know,
I like that.
I would probably stay a Republican, okay, if he lost humbly. If he said, "Hey, you know, concede, say congratulations, Joe.
Mm.
You beat me
Right.
fair and square. We lick our wounds,
Mm-hmm.
apologize for
Right.
the condescending messages
Right.
and the Republicans ain't the Republicans of old. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
um, they're not conservative. They're more radical, right? They're the Proud Boys. They're
Mm. Mm.
if you're not Democrats, in my opinion, since I've been on this train for about a year,
Right.
you're allowed to have an opinion.
Thank
You're
you.
allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to voice your opinion. You're allowed to
Thank you.
have a voice. And just because you might not have the same, you know, uh, same outlooks on life or believe a certain way, you're not going to be canceled.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to agree with all the Democrats
Right.
on this app or in life,
That's
what have you.
fine.
But we can come to common ground that we're going to be friends.
Right.
I can't say that about my old party.
Wow. You hear
I
that?
mean, I can't say that about my old party. I can't. I gotta. See. When I was a
A lot of people
Republican,
out here, JJ, honestly, they're critical of you. The Trump supporters, especially,
yes.
they're saying you are, a traitor. You never were a Republican, and and so how do you process that? When
Well, it
these
just
folks,
shows.
most of these folks themselves weren't Republicans until Trump actually ran, right? So wouldn't they be the rhinos?
Yes, sir.
They would be the real rhinos. This is a lifelong Republican saying,
Yeah.
I'm abandoning my party because of Donald Trump and his supporters.
Yeah. I went down to my precinct, and I changed my voting registration. Took a picture of it,
Mm.
and I mean, I lost family,
Mm-hmm.
friends, family,
Mm-hmm.
uh, just because I had a change of heart. in
Wow.
opinion, you know. But
Wow. You would think your family and friends would still be your friends.
it just seemed like President Trump, he uh he made it in a way where I guess I had to go along to get along. I
Right.
had to go along to get along,
Mm.
and I better not have an opinion, or you know,
Hammer of truth.
January 6th was probably the straw that broke the camel's back.
In your
You
opinion,
know,
do you think January 6th was Donald J. Trump's fault?
um, about 90%. I'd say 90%,
Yeah.
because if it wasn't, because
He's
um
right.
90%, because 10%. I'm trying to make sense of what I'm saying. I'm trying to get my memory back.
That's fine. Take your time. I know this is very, very tough to do, right? It's hard to relive all of this, especially
But
when you've had to cross over and become on a Democrat.
well, I was the dumbass that
Keep,
I was the dumb A that
yes,
actually
keep it
believed.
clean.
Huh? Sorry, my fault. Um, but when Howie lost and how he, incited, I think he incited it because he kept saying, I got those emails, I got those emails about GoFundMe.
Oh, you got those
About
emails. Wow.
I got those emails, I got the text messages,
Mm.
you know. I got the text messages when he got indicted with Mr. Bragg. You know,
Oh, so you're still on the list, sir.
yeah, I don't pay attention to it. I just Photoshop it and use it for my clout. So this is,
Mm.
you know,
Wow. Wow.
so I don't give to it.
Thank you. Thank
And
you. Do not give him a crying dime.
no, because I'm I'm part of the you know I'm part of the working class that works in a hospital, can't afford to get sick in.
Wow.
But yet,
Wow.
the people that give to these people, Trump, in my opinion, are the people that can't afford milk or groceries, but
Mm.
yet still give to a man that has everything.
Wow.
You know,
That's wild, right? They can't
yeah,
afford anything, but they find the courage to go into their savings account, their checking account,
yeah.
and to give Donald J. Trump their last. And he takes it. He knows these people can't afford it, and he still takes it.
And I really don't know if I don't know who else could run. On his side.
They,
You
they
know,
they say DeSantis.
I mean, maybe he has more level head, but I mean, I don't know. He turned Florida pretty red, um, but anyway, it was funny to me, and I'm going to get off here, and I'm sorry for taking your time,
No,
but
no, no. It's the morning show. This is what we do. I try to mix it up a little bit, Bring. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Duty calls, JJ. It sounds like your duties as a father are kicking in. All right. Well, JJ, I'm gonna move it to the next guest, but I thank you so much for checking in. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to JJ. All right, we're going to bring up our next guest. Oh my goodness, Brother Anthony. What do you have to say in the kingdom today? Yes, it doesn't have to be,
I won't complain. Zeus, how you doing?
oh, I'm doing all right.
Can you hear
Out
me?
here telling the truth and shaming the devil as usual. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Doggone, I work with the meter shop, and man, I just ran into a doggone snake in this box.
What? A snake?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
be
sir.
careful. Those snakes
But
are very dangerous.
yeah, especially here in North Carolina, we have copperheads. But let's get back on topic.
Yes.
That was a disaster yesterday. Oh my God. I don't even know how, I don't even know how she did it.
Hmm.
They counted over 600 lies that man told just sitting there in those 2 hours.
Wow. 600 lies.
600 lies counted.
He should have burned right there in the seat. He should have just caught on
Should
fire.
have burst in flames. Should have burst in flames.
Yeah, he's highly combustible with all those lies.
They so mad in these comments. They've been so mad all morning in these comments.
But why are they so mad when we just get out here and we tell them the truth? It's the most mind-boggling thing I've seen.
Because they are being told one thing, and see we know it, but I don't even think that we've accepted it. They are being told something totally different.
Mm,
And the fact that everything that they're told, they are getting no wins. They have gotten no wins since 2016. Nothing
nothing.
that they've been told has come true since 2016.
You're right. Nothing.
These people are desperate. They're desperate and they want their leader back.
I love
But
you
it's not
too.
going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Listen up.
As Zeus would say, nah, 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 boo, boo, it's not
Yeah.
going to happen.
It's not going to happen. No red wave is coming.
I
Okay.
mean, since 2016, they can't lay their hat on any win of any kind of weight in the last since 2016. There has not been what have we had in a short brief moment, Zeus? What have we had since 2016 since Trump came into office? What lies have he told or promised that he made them?
We don't got any of his promises coming true. As a matter of fact, we got Alvin Bragg, okay, and we got Fonnie Willis, we got Letitia James, and Jack Smith. That's what we got. Yeah.
And all I do is tell them, I don't even argue with them like that no more. If you're not going to talk in facts, you can just leave.
It's
You
the
know,
hammer
we're
of
going to
truth.
speak in facts.
We're speaking facts
Facts.
here. Yes, tell him, Brother Anthony. Okay,
Yeah.
it's the
So
hammer of truth.
no, go ahead.
No. I just wanted to make sure I'm addressing the people out there who, because they're saying what you're saying isn't facts. They're saying that I got a hammer of lies. But what have we lied about?
What have we
What
like?
has Zeus lied about? What has Anthony lied about? What has anyone that's gotten the box lied about? The only person that's living a lie is you.
And poor click Zeus, I am so disappointed in you. I mean, it's been at least 2 months since we talked about getting click to 1,000 followers,
How many does he
and we
have?
still haven't gotten him there yet.
740. Jesus Christ. Click, click. Click.
Poor click.
We need you to get some more followers, okay? Meaning there got to be other Trump supporters out here that believe what you believe. Okay, 740 is a pretty low number. You're not going to win in 2024 with 740 followers.
The way he thumb thugs in the comments, it looks like his thumb's probably big as his arms are.
Yeah.
Cause that's all he do is work out his thumbs.
You said he works out his thumbs?
Yeah, with all that thumb thugging he do in the comments.
I see. Well, I'm holding out for you, click. I think you can do it. I really do believe you can get at least 1,000 followers, okay? So that you can come in these lives and like you say, make it not an echo chamber because I believe you got information that the world needs to hear. I know you do.
And see, click, I just made your dream come true. I just spent 5 minutes of the great Zeus's time talking about you so that maybe somebody could feel sorry for you and finally get you to 1,000 followers so we can actually hear your voice. I bet
Yeah.
you sound like a little
And I
girl.
bet you he
I
has a
bet he
very
sounds like an
manly,
8-year-old.
he has a manly, deep voice, I'm pretty sure.
No, I bet he 260 pounds and sound like a little 8-year-old boy.
Mm. Oh my
That's
God.
all I came to do is to click on click. Hey, thank you for
Mm.
having me up here, Zeus.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, brother Anthony, thank you so much for getting in the box and helping to get click some more followers and telling the truth. I know he loves you dearly for doing that. Click. It's all love.
Have a
Click.
good one.
All right, you too. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get to some more guests before I get up out of here. Greetings, good morning, brother attacking.
Good morning, Zeus. You are overlooking a big comment that Donald Trump made last night.
Well, that's why I bring all of you and some people up from the other side up.
Do you know what the people who support Trump have said? They said that he's still president and he's running it, right?
Right. That's what I talked about earlier.
Donald Trump, then I missed it and I apologize. But Donald Trump said last night when he was talking about the debt, the ceiling, and he says, well, I can say this now because I'm not president. He admitted it.
Round of applause. He told the truth.
He admitted it. Right on TV, national TV. I'm not president.
I'm going to find it and post it and tag all of my friends on the right. It's now settled business.
Right, exactly. Plus, and again, like you said, Jack Smith has a treasure trove of comments from Trump like, have you shown your documents to anybody?
Oh,
hold on.
I love that part.
Hold on. He didn't say no. He said, well, not really. Not really means, yeah, I have, but I can't say who. Kid Rock.
It's over.
And I have multiple clippings from his speech on my page. Oh my God, the replies I've gotten, multiple of them, of course, are good, but calling him out, calling me out for lying and stuff like that, it's amazing. Donald Trump, again, degraded a woman the day after a judgment came down upon him, degrading a woman. And what did he do? He degraded a woman again. I mean,
he did multiple. He degraded E. Jean Carroll and Kaitlyn.
Yes.
Right there on national television.
And how come the comments he made about the comment about her husband and the cat, how come that wasn't in the deposition?
He said they wouldn't allow it.
No. He wouldn't allow it in court. Why wasn't it in his deposition?
Good question.
There's a difference.
Do you think he knows her? Knows who she is?
Yes, he knows him. He
vehemently denied that he knew her.
Of course he's going to deny. He's always denied. And by the way, I heard that hundreds of children were sat in front of the TV last night.
Oh.
And the parents, the mothers have said, watch this. He's your real daddy, not the person who lives in the house. Yeah. I want you to be just like him.
What?
Yes.
Shame!
But it's amazing.
I know.
But I do feel. I do feel that Kaitlyn did a decent job, especially with Trump, who is a misogynistic person, and he ran over her because he didn't pay attention. He just kept talking over her. He ignored her questions. He didn't answer the questions. He went on his rants like he always does. And again, when it comes, and I've got the clip where he says, I didn't ask for votes. I said you owe me votes.
Well, didn't he say this?
I just want to find 11,780 votes which is one more than we have.
Didn't he say that?
That's exactly what he said. But on stage last night, he said he didn't say that. He said that he says, you owe me votes.
Like I said, I know Fonnie Willis and Jack Smith and Alvin Bragg and all of these other prosecutors, they are going to have a field day with this content because I'm going to have one.
Right. And for any Trump supporters who listened to that and clapped and cheers and praised him and said that he did a good job, he is exactly what he says you are. I love the uneducated. He is you people are a Jim Jones wannabe cult that is just one poison Kool-Aid away. That is clean. That I said Kool-Aid.
That's a little harsh.
Well, you're right. I'm trying to learn from you to get a better decorum and temperament. I'm having a hard time doing that with all the disinformation that Trump says and supporters believe and are willing to say the same words that he says. So he has basically planted the seeds in their heads and he keeps fertilizing them. He did it in 2016 with voter fraud.
He did.
He put together a voting fraud commission.
He did.
It lasted 6 months and he found nothing. He did the same thing with 2020. Nothing was found. He even had from what we understand now, he also put together his own voter fraud investigation, and the report came back that there was no voter fraud.
No vote and no dirt on Hunter Biden.
Right. Now I have to use this word because voter fraud, yes, there is voter fraud. There was no mass. M-A-S-S.
It wouldn't have been enough to overturn the outcomes of the 2020 election.
Exactly. And by the way, if Democrats were going to cheat, how come we didn't cheat up and down the ballots to get everybody in where we needed? How come we just worked on one person? And then you would have to say that we have 30,000 people, both Republicans and Democrats, who decided to cheat for Joe Biden. They pinky swore they wouldn't tell anybody.
That's right.
Yep, that's what happened. So I'm going to drop down. Let somebody else up who has better information than I do, and I'm going to keep up the good fight, and you are the Triple H of Triple H's.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, brother attacking.
All right, bro.
Because I am Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H?
Because you're honest.
Why do they call
You're
me
humble.
Huh?
I said you're honest.
Honest.
You're humble.
Humble.
And you are handsome. You gotta knock me down. I've lost that button.
Thank you, brother attacking. I always appreciate it.
Knock me down. Knock me down. Knock me off.
All right. Yes. Felix, Gary, listen up. We only stand on truth in this kingdom. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do gotta run. It was a great show today. I've never been so thrilled. Every show I'm thrilled. I'm honored to be around all of you, okay, and just to share this moment in the day with you, okay. A lot of truth has been shared, and I do believe that there are some people on the right, especially those Trump supporters, who are on the verge of crossing over, okay, and voting blue, okay. Now, I'm going to get out of here, but before I go, I'm going to do what Nutty Professor has asked me to do and remind you of what some of the things President Biden and Kamala Harris, you see them right there. Don't they just look so lovely? God bless President Biden and Kamala Harris, okay? I know Title 42 is about to end tonight, okay? And we'll talk about that tomorrow. But I want to remind you of some of Biden's accomplishments, okay? $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package. Help get more than 500 million life-saving COVID-19 vaccines. Stop the 30-year streak on federal inaction on gun violence. $369 billion investment in climate change. He ended the longest war in American history by getting us out of Afghanistan. Provided $10,000 to $20,000 in college debt relief to Americans with loans. Okay, student loan debt, he's going after that. He cut childhood poverty in half through the American Rescue Plan. Okay, and last but not least, and I could go over this, I could go on and on, but we got historically low unemployment rates after the pandemic, caused them to skyrocket. And the pandemic, ladies and gentlemen, it was Donald Trump. It was Donald Trump who ushered in the destruction of the United States economy due to his mishandling of the pandemic. But Biden got in there and got those unemployment rates down real low, even for blacks. So for that, ladies and gentlemen, I say, God bless President Joe Biden. Now, to the Trump supporters, you know what time it is. Trump supporters, get those knee pads ready, because Jack Smith is coming.
Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family is a Trump hater.
That's right.
They hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything
I'm outta
they
here.
can to hurt Trump. But he's a harasser and an abuser.
He's a harasser and an abuser, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to watch him hold Donald J. Trump accountable. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, take care.
Truth always, the most handsome in the kingdom.
And I really am.
Sound mind made for me. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus.
Thank you.
Like Zeus, I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm like I read on me.
Divided no more. Ready.
If you living like a bum,
Ready.
Oh, I got money on my mind. I can't hang around with you.
Rio, yeah.
You a high risk. What's all in the mix? I put a
Gary.
This is when your butter fed.
DJ Sound Chaser.
With the dead.
Yeah.
Time to let loose with the truth.
Yeah, grab your goose.
Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, but
It's so true.
I try to be patient, but you gotta light my fuse. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm higher than Hades and I'm burning down the roof. You say you wanted facts, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you guarantee to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even though I'm hot, people telling me to cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama,
no
let me
Lakers.
play with your caboose. I know the ladies
Don't
love
do
me
it.
cause I'm sweet like a tooth.
Player hating on the gods,
boy, you such a douche. Try to be patient, but you act like a fuse. Catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus.
Yeah, you know
You know about me?
I like to get wild.
What's going on? Yeah. I see you, Mr. Still.
I'm breaking down the roof with this heat.
I see ya. Shout out to CB. I see ya. You better tell the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I can dance the box in the jungle like a kangaroo. Don't be caught slipping in the woods or you'll be dancing like a
Lindsay on the beat like Zeus.
Let's go.
Love on the beat like Zeus. RMC on the beat. Yeah, you heard about me.
Take care, ladies and gentlemen.
Bertha. Yeah.
me. It's Zeus. Hold on. There's one last thing. There's one last matter in the kingdom that I gotta address before I get out of here, and you know what it is. A lot of people, they've been asking me to say something. Fine, I'm gonna say it. Okay, I'm gonna say it. To the Laker fans, it's not looking good. You know what's about to go down. Steph Curry and those Warriors, they put on a great game yesterday. They represented the Warriors like no other. It's not looking good. So what was that? Lakers in 5? Cut it out. Warriors in 7.